Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run-supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive will start with an option going left. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a ring on a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press it so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment failure on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Hurts to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Smith catches left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Darnold now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Darnold going deep for Walker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Up the right sideline. And all the way up to the 46. A gain of 32 that time. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Darnold. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That good for 22 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And going right back to Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Eric Saubert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Eagles nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 24. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And he's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. So a heck of a move. Man. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
He had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And complete to Smith-Njigba. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. That one downfield for Dotson. That is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. A beautiful fake. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The defense to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Smith and Jigba with a grab. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here is 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd and 12. Here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things is it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they bring it to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles, all passes, all completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Dotson in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's good. For the Eagles, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seahawks take back over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 77 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Ball for play action, Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Throwing is Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll be out right at the 35. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing that it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
That's another easy first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard
line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And Darnold wants to throw the football. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Game in hand, the offense takes the name. So the victory here for Seattle. And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while, coming in and taking down the reigning Super Bowl champions.
And you and I both know from experience that having the title reigning Super Bowl champs is a blessing, but a curse when the next season begins, right? Because everyone circles that game on their schedule. They can't wait to come in and play, and they often do things you don't even expect because they figure, what do we have to lose? We're playing the Super Bowl champs.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Showdown.